Did you know that before becoming president, Donald Trump was a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, even earning a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? We've all seen the Donald Trump the media portrays, the bombastic, confident, and often controversial figure who dominated headlines during his presidency. But have you ever stopped to think, who is the real Donald Trump beyond the media's portrayal? I know I'm not the only one who's curious about the person behind the persona. With great scrutiny comes great speculation, and there are countless theories about what makes Trump tick. But today, I want to dig deeper and uncover the truth behind the Trump brand. One thing's for sure, the Donald Trump we see on TV is a carefully crafted image designed to resonate with his base and fuel his political machine. But is this image reflective of the real Donald Trump, or is it just a cleverly constructed facade? There's a reason why the public persona of Donald Trump is so polarizing. It's because he's a master of playing to the crowd. Whether it's his bombastic tweets, his inflammatory rhetoric, or his provocative policy announcements, Trump knows how to get attention and stir up controversy. But what about the person behind the persona? Who is Donald Trump when the cameras stop rolling and the crowds disperse? The line between Trump's public and private life is murky at best. On one hand, we have the Trump who's all about the spectacle, the Trump who thrives on drama and attention. On the other hand, there's the Trump who's a shrewd businessman, a calculating politician, and a devoted family man. So which one is the real deal? For years, Trump's life has been under a microscope, with every move he makes scrutinized and analyzed by the media and the public. And yet, despite all the attention, we still know surprisingly little about what makes him tick. Is he driven by a desire for power, a need for validation, or something else entirely? One thing's for sure, Trump's life has been full of contradictions. He's a billionaire who connects with working-class Americans, a celebrity who's simultaneously revered and reviled, and a populist who's also a master of the elite game. So how do we reconcile these contradictions and get to the heart of who Donald Trump really is? To get to the bottom of this, we need to examine various aspects of Trump's life, from his business dealings to his personal relationships and political strategies. We need to look beyond the headlines and the sound bites and try to understand what drives him, what motivates him, and what he really cares about. Let's start with his business dealings. Trump's reputation as a savvy businessman is well-deserved, but it's also been marred by controversy and scandal. From his early days as a real estate developer to his later ventures into casinos and entertainment, Trump's business career has been marked by a series of high-risk, high-reward deals that have often left a trail of debt and litigation in their wake. Then, there are his personal relationships. Trump's family has been a constant presence throughout his life, with his children playing key roles in his business and political endeavors. But what about his relationships with those outside his inner circle? How does he treat his friends, his allies, and his enemies? And finally, there's his political strategy. Love him or hate him, Trump is a master of the political game, able to tap into the zeitgeist and harness the power of social media like no other politician before him. But what drives his political ideology? Is he a true believer in the causes he champions, or is it all just a means to an end? As we delve deeper into Trump's life, a fascinating picture emerges. One of a man who's both a product of his times and a shaper of his own destiny. He's a man of contradictions, driven by a complex mix of motivations and desires. And yet, despite all the complexity, there's one thing that stands out: Trump's unshakable confidence in himself and his abilities. But what about the times when that confidence has been shaken? One such moment stands out in my mind: the 2019 interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, where Trump famously claimed that he would accept dirt on his political opponents from foreign governments. The fallout was immediate and intense, with critics accusing him of inviting foreign interference in the 2020 election. But what struck me about that interview was the flash of vulnerability behind Trump's usual bravado.